So let's go ahead and continue the game.
What do you have, about 4 more rooms, maybe 5?
I am currently on 4 more rooms, but that leads to the null, and I don't know the ending. I do not know how this is. This what this.
Hey,
It's
that's
what
like Echoes of Wisdom.
it is kind of like Echoes of Wisdom. Yep, exactly. So we just literally just opened up a puzzle box, and now we have yet another new room. We also have the Japanese garden. Sorry, I can't say it right. Japanese garden, and we've burnt out. See, any place that's darkened is been burnt out. So there's only the garden, which is down here, and the Japanese gallery. So that's what it properly is called.
Have you always had to go from like one place to the next, or has there been a little flexibility in which directions you go?
No, it's extremely linear.
Okay. Because it seems like sometimes, like, okay, you need to get this part, and then that'll allow you to go into the next one.
I think I say now I'm going to reback myself and say it is mostly linear. You can go to these other places, but you might not be able to do anything. Like here, we know that the garden is still active, and probably one of the reasons why is because we have filled the basin right here.
Okay.
So whatever this is.
So they need to do a reverse. So they just need to get Dumbledore to come and spit into it.
There's also these puzzles that haven't been very fortuitous in.
You hear that, Winkers? There's a Harry Potter reference for you.
You can totally and completely know that there's going to be some type of puzzle here. Whether or not, I don't know.
Okay, so that
And
thing
also
probably
there's
needs to be
a headpiece.
flowing or something.
Yeah, I'm thinking that it's moving like through here.
It's like a little bit of Siberia with all kind of
But the kitchen is.
some steamworks and other things like that too.
Yeah.
But this one doesn't feel like there's as much of a story, just kind of more of like.
There is a story. There's very much a story. That's what all those books are.
Okay.
You're finding.
So that part's more like Mist in a way.
Yeah, there is a story of a husband and wife, and the guy's a scientist, and he was working on something.
Maybe a little more like, well, then maybe a little like Seventh Guest in a way. Except Seventh Guest explores things with like the ghosts or the flashbacks type things.
Well, I guess whatever we're going to be doing, it's in here. And actually, I know it's in here because when I left, I set the puzzle up. And now we're ready to go with it.
You were talking about like this dollhouse, and it kind of reminds me of my friend Dan. He had, in their house, they had something a little like this, but actually kind of looked like the neighbor's house in a way.
Oh, yeah?
I was kind of curious, but...
I always wanted a dollhouse. But, and I mean, the closest we got was the Harry Potter castle, and she's not taking very good care of it. I think that, and cats knock things over, so having a dollhouse isn't just not practical. And
especially not with
honestly,
cats and
you
little
really need a table that's dedicated. Just, I mean, if we go out, I don't know if you've seen the whole dollhouse yet. But that's pretty freaking cool. I'd love to have something like that. I love how they did this with the dollhouse effect, because some of the other rooms have been like other locations have been caves, or I think there's one that's like Egyptian. There's like 3, like I said, there's 4 different room games. All right, now it's time to solve a puzzle. Shall we play a game? So you see this flickering light? You want to hit the ring.
Okay, you see a little...
And you see where to go
Ruby
next.
garnets or whatever, you know.
Yeah, that tells us we're going inside this little thing. We're walking in the halls of the pagoda. to find the next, whatever comes next. It's probably this thing. And also, you know, it's one of those you want to...
Sliding carpet puzzle.
Might be, because there's not a whole lot in here. So another
you're
thing
looking
you
at
can
that.
do is click on the ring, and the ring will show us what is of interest. Okay. So maybe we are not ready to do this because we need to do some sliding on top.
Oh, this reminds me of...
So we're making rooms.
Oh, okay, that makes more sense because there wasn't anything you could do there. Okay.
Now maybe we can go in and do something because maybe the door will be open. Maybe.
Kind of reminds me of is this Skyward Sword near the end where you had to
Yes.
kind of move like the different rooms to get all the way through or something?
Okay, so we need this to be open though.
Maybe
And
you have to set them all up so you can get from start to finish or something.
yeah, so let's concentrate on that then, because now we went in there and we don't know what blocks. We can only turn it so much. We don't know what blocks.
Oh, okay, that gives you...
That might give me a hint that we did it sort of right. Because we can't move. We can move the blocks this way. See that? We can do that. But
about
we're
that very top
stuck
one?
there.
Move that very top one?
These wooden blocks are not movable. So it's only like these could be moved. So it's limited. It is a slide and block puzzle. Feel free to grab. It's fine.
Oh, wait, no. Need,
Yeah.
okay, yeah.
Yeah, I think we're gonna need all of those triangles lit. But there's no connector. So it needs to be like what? Leads into a room? Are you down? No. Yeah. But that
that's-
doesn't let
yeah,
you
that's
get in
not
that
gonna-
side
Yeah, that's...
of the pagoda.
So
Do we
that
have
that would
something
not be
that's on
there.
an angle? No, not really. It seems like the only thing it would need to be there so it could get into there.
Yeah.
It is like that one or
this
that
one.
one. How can you move the one on this guy right here? But you're gonna need to move it in so way that it gets all the way over there. So yeah, this is a glorified slide and block puzzle.
Oh,
Oh, that's right. Okay, yeah, that's right. You can move it
like
all the way
something's-
up.
something's
I was like,
involved.
otherwise it didn't make any sense, right?
like how did we get the things there? So
So that is like a four-way, but I think... Is that an end? Is that considered an end?
well, that
We
that
go
doesn't.
here. This doesn't go anywhere, so we need something here to open this. Okay.
That doesn't work that way.
The piece we need is way in the back. So we need that piece, but we need that piece that's way in the back to be the connector piece of... Okay,
no,
now
that's not
slide
gonna
this
work.
to this. Come down. That's gonna be a dead end.
Yeah, that doesn't need to be there. So
Okay, so I do think you have this piece is the right piece for this. Agreed?
maybe. Probably need just.
Okay, pencils and papers, and we're up. You can flip the page. You can see I've already started making notes. I made my own puzzles. Okay, so what's going to help you with this? I don't usually draw out these kinds, so I just trial and error, but... Okay, am I wrong in thinking... Can I move this? Can I move this? Or are you still needing it?
I mean, you can do whatever.
Okay, I'm going to shove that one to the back. There is this to that. I need this to be there. But that's greedy. Because that's not going to get us moving it right along. So it can't be that piece. It's got to be... It can't be that piece there either. Not there. That piece does not live there. See now how that is? Come on. Mi madre. These two are switched. Okay, so now what? What's going on here? Which two pieces would... Well, hi, Sophie. Hello. Hey, Kitty, welcome in. Hi. How was your night? How you doing? How's the streams been? How's the little one? Did you guys do Easter egg hunts and stuff like that this year? My grandchildren went Easter egg hunting yesterday and had a good time. Okay, so I think, yeah, I think I need that piece to go up there, but not...
That one seems.
Oh, I'm so close.
Can you rotate any of them?
No. So you leave the... That's the only... Your only option is the box. We're close though, I think. Okay. Camera view. Okay. I need this piece to be there. But that locks that in. Okay, go ahead.
Check.
Young enough, he doesn't know the difference. We're doing Easter egg hunt tomorrow because of things being crazy. Yeah, and how's Mux doing? How's he feeling?
Oh, I was wondering if you could slide this whole thing.
No, you can't. That fits inside a star shape in the box. So it is what we get here is here. I think we need to move this piece down. I was trying to move that piece down because that kind of ends that. But it's this piece that needs to go over here. Right? Or,
No,
I don't know, it wouldn't work.
Because if you're trying to get to there, I mean, right now, I mean, unless there's multiple ways,
Right.
I'm kind of curious, like,
If you go inside, what's it
does
doing?
it do anything?
Supposedly, it's supposed to be making you be able to walk through the pagoda. Ah, that's different.
Unless there's multiple ways of trying to get around. So, because I'm not sure if you can actually get.
You can also put on the ring to see if that's significant. Yeah,
So
I think
there's multiple ways of trying to get through, of having to arrange the things that I don't think you can connect them all at the same time. So,
okay.
okay.
Gonna light up or something?
Okay.
Okay, we got to shift it so that it's, and then hit the gong. Okay.
Okay.
So now we want this one lit.
Yeah. So I think you can move things around. Okay, yeah, move that one to the left. Move that one down. Okay, now go back in. Finished Avowed yesterday. Absolutely loved it.
Nice.
Next up, Unavowed.
I told her, you told her that you should be playing Unavowed. Not quite the same game, and I'm certain about that.
Yeah. It's I've only heard about Avowed because the Dave Gilbert, who made the game Unavowed, showed like an image of PC Gamer or some gaming magazine, and I think it was advertising Doom on the front, but it did show a couple of different titles on it. Avowed was one of those, and plus his new game, Old Skies.
Okay, so the next one.
Move that up. Right. Okay. Yep.
Try that.
Yep. The game was an absolute blast, especially the Magic playthrough I did. I actually really enjoyed the story as well. Nice.
Nice.
So is it multiple playthroughs, different types of character classes, or something along those lines?
I'm hoping it's going to give us a figure that we can use. We'll see. Okay, so that opened up the door. Oh, I know what this is for.
Skill tree that you can spec and multi-spec however you want. Okay, sort of like Skyrim in a way.
So this is a brass eye. I'm going to show you where it goes in a minute.
Okay, there. Now those things came down.
You can actually take that with you.
so-
Okay. So first thing first, if we look at the
Okay, so that puzzle was actually
not as
easier
bad.
than I expected. I thought it was like you had to connect them all up, and then I'm looking
So
at it
did
like,
I.
you can't, it doesn't work.
Yep, I thought you could.
Yeah, and a lot of choices throughout that I can't wait to play more playthroughs to see how much, if at all, some of the choices changing. Yeah, one game I really enjoyed was Dreamfall Chapters, and so there were a lot of you make some decision, and then that can change the course of the story later on.
True.
And I mean, you could probably play through that game a ton of times.
Oh, yeah.
To see like, okay, you made this choice, they'll remember that, and how that affects things later on, if somebody lives or dies, or how somebody treats your character later on.
Or if they added additional storyline that you might not have gotten with the first.
Sort of a choose your own adventure.
It's kind of like, I think Tooch would probably have to clarify, but Octopath Traveler, that you choose kind of your own adventure there. To meet each of the characters that spell out the word Octopath.
I think I had the demo of that on the Switch.
I could see there either being a lot of variation or some choices don't matter at all. Won't know until I play. Exactly. Okay, so this is cool. This is a little brass eye. I know where it goes, but I just wanted to show you how cool that was. I love the details of this game. Like you were saying, better than The Mist, in my opinion.
Yeah.
A little more straightforward on the puzzles too.
Yeah. Like I said, with Myst, it's just like, okay. Yeah, with Myst, it's a lot of like go find stuff, poke at things, and then there just became a lot of other games along those lines. Shivers 2, it played a little bit of that, kind of seemed to have a similar. There were some actual people in Shivers 2, though. I remember you go to a hotel and there's somebody there, but.
So there's this.
Hey, AC.
Hey, AC. Happy Easter. Ding dong yourself.
Susie Q.
Okay, so I don't think we can do anything.
Ding dong.
With this.
Avon
Yes.
calling.
Okay, so the pagoda the figure we just got can also go to play the Thomas and Ollie game.
Should have you and Chad do Split Fiction. Yeah, we just saw advertisements on that in Steam, and also I saw a quick little blip about it on the Switch as well.
Okay, so maybe that's not ready yet. All right, I got it.
Transformer symbol.
Let me get out. It does look like the Transformer symbol, doesn't it? Okay, so let's go back to the pagoda, because last time to change the figure, we had to go to the little pagoda and put it on top.
Is Split Fiction like sort of a co-op, like It Takes Two?
Is that what that is? I don't know anything about it.
I just saw the name of it yesterday, so. Oh yeah, I put this up, the Monty Python and the Holy Grail game that we got.
Oh yeah, I want AC White Raven. I mentioned that to him about the Monty Python. So AC, remember? I don't know if you remember or not, but I'll do it. Yeah. When I talked to you and I said that we had gotten a Monty Python, let me go to Kitty Time, game.
I think it's actually by the people that made It Takes Two. Okay, cool.
Oh, cool.
Happy Egg-Shaped Chocolate Day.
I think we should play that then. Definitely.
There you go. Got my Reese's peanut butter egg.
Reese's peanut butter egg.
I also have some Cadbury eggs too. I probably should finish those off before they get too stale.
All right, look at this. Okay, so now I don't know the whole deal about the game itself. Thank you. But it is by Dynamite Entertainment. And,
it's a board game.
And it is a board game. It's the first of its kind that I'm aware of. And it's called the Monty Python and the Holy Grail game.
Yeah. Our friend sent this to us. I guess it was...
As a late present.
Yeah, was it a Kickstarter, I think? I mean, it took a little while.
It was a Kickstarter that she got in on. And then she followed all the way. Like they updated them. They let them know when it was released. They talked to them about the challenges of making it and stuff. Now, why don't you go ahead and show some of the inside?
Yeah. At first, I thought it was going to be something smaller. Do you have the Flux over there. I thought it was going to be like a card game.
Yeah, I
or
don't
something
know if
smaller.
you guys have ever seen Flux in like the game stores and stuff like that, but there's the Monty Python cards called Flux, and it's a fun, full-on card game. But this is an actual board game.
Yeah. It's we got the rules, and I'll just read like a small little bit of it. Overview. You are one of the Knights of the Round Table and have joined in the legendary quest for the Holy Grail. With any luck, your name and deeds will be retold through the ages, possibly even in a film released in the mid-1970s. It's a smashing film with some lovely acting, quite a few references to swallows and coconuts. Have you seen it? Honestly, you should be watching it right now. Then in bold lettering, the person responsible for writing these rules has been sacked. The rules have been completed in an entirely different style at great expense and at the last minute. Venture to far-off lands, battle the Black Knight, catapult cows, hurl insults, and complete quest to prove that you are the most valorous knight of all. And you had 71 Grail cards, 20 quest cards, 5 knight cards, 21 followers, 5 knight meeples and corresponding valor markers, 1 black knight meeple, 2 coconut halves for banging together, 5 black knight sections, 1 catapult with a rubber band.
Yeah, a cow
1
catapult.
cow meeple, 1 English pig meeple, 1 vicious chicken Bristol meeple.
Do you have the what was it? It's the chicken that's the
vicious. They just
they call it the
briefly
vicious
mentioned
chicken, but
that,
isn't it something else in the
there's
movie?
a rabbit, but no,
Ah, the rabbit, the killer rabbit.
it's talking about
They didn't have a killer rabbit.
various. Thank you, Tingle.
Yeah.
These are like the various things that you put together. Being
Hang
very
on
careful
just a
so
second.
they
I'm
don't
going to get
fall
rid of
apart.
that Tangia thing. There you go. Go ahead and show it now.
Comes with a
Look at the board there, AC.
board game as well. And so, yeah.
What does the board say?
Let me see. Black Knight's Crossing.
Bridge of Death.
Bridge of Death. The Gorge of Eternal Peril. French Castle. Dark Forest of Ewing. Frozen Land of Nador.
Okay, he just did the Knights of Ni.
I'm already bored of it. They got Old Man's Shack. Kingdom of Mercia. Cave of Caerbannog. Camelot. 'Tis a silly place. Badon Hill. Town Square. Where Tim Lives. Swamp Castle.
Where Tim lives.
Fields of Filth. Oh, that must be like where they got the mug.
Can I hold the holy hand grenade? I promise I won't drop it.
Can you count to 3? Village. Castle Arg.
Arr!
Anacro Cinda Classic Commune.
We went.
Market.
We went. I think it was probably like 3 years ago now. We went and saw. Let me turn off the dungeon. That's what it is. We went and we saw the Monty Python and the Holy Grail remastered.
Come and see the violence in the system.
At a movie, like at a theater with John Cleese, right?
Yes.
And so John Cleese was there. There you go.
That was 2017.
2017. It's been quite a few years then. Anyway, and just yeah, very big Monty Python fan right here. Semi Monty Python fan right here. I don't know, like I know some of the songs and stuff. The songs are easier for me. Like, you know, Emmanuel Kent was a real pissant. It was barely stable.
Yeah.
Dig her out, bigger, and you can drink him under the table.
So this is cool. I didn't think it was going to be something this big. I was expecting something
Yeah.
more like the cards.
We were thinking it was going to be the size of the cards, and it actually turns out to be a really cool board game. So yeah.
Yeah, it's full size, so that's kind of neat because I'll show you
But
another
even the
thing.
better thing is that we got it for free because my cousin, somewhat Monty Python fan right here because it's been a long time since I've seen it. And there are things like there was a part where like John Cleese is doing a job interview and the guy he would try to get him to say like the opposite or the wrong things. And so there was one like, what would you do if I went good night with a bell ringing? And so I would do that to my kids. I go up and go, good night.
Yeah. So another
And Black
board
Man.
game And this is just kind of because I
Okay.
enjoyed
board games.
the books back in the 80s where it was Lone Wolf. And so this was another case of, small groups of people trying to make products, and the challenges involved with the manufacturing, with shipping, production, and this is one.
Oh, how funny is that? That's on backwards?
Probably lids on backwards.
Okay.
So
I got it here.
this was one that this was shipped out of the UK, but they found out there was a problem that the board itself was thicker than they had intended, so the entire package was weighed over a kilogram, which then caused the shipping costs to skyrocket, because I think I paid something. I think the shipping for that was like $33.
Now
or
this
something,
is
so.
like a choose your own adventure kind of
That's more
board game,
that's
right?
more of a board game. So the Battle for Magnamund. So
We've never played it, but we have it.
yeah, I have it. It had the art by Gary Chalk, who did the art for like the first 8 games, and I really enjoyed his art style.
Yeah.
It's like when I was a kid, I'd try to trace the illustrations he did in the books. and
First
stuff like
edition
that.
print, August 2015.
Wow. Yeah. Designed and illustrated by Gary Chalk.
Hey, Medicine Hat, we're showing board games today because our cousin. You should go back and get it, Chad. Our cousin shipped to us a Christmas gift that was delayed, and it was it is Monty Python and the Holy Grail, and there is no other like this. This. And it is an actual board game with a catapulting cow. And I don't think the killer rabbit is in here though, but maybe it's a card.
Somewhere.
It's probably it's like got the cards and you need that. Yeah, she joined a Kickstarter just for us. And she actually had fun with it too. Yeah, it's a great way to make burgers. Just catapult them, huh? But she had a really great time because they would send out what was it like? How are we doing? And where the updates about the game and stuff and the challenges. And I think it was like a couple years. So almost 2 years.
I definitely know
in the
even
make.
with I know with some that I've done like Pixels Forever, that one took a while. There's a second one, that one's taking a while because of lots of different challenges with productions of things, which is from what I've seen with a lot of Kickstarters and games, one big rule is, especially if you're something smaller, probably avoid physical shipments, physical things. Just go with digital. That makes it a lot easier to create and be able to send out.
Okay, you and your friends will venture off to far lands to battle the Black Knight, catapult cows, hurl insults, and complete the most quests to prove that you are the most valorous knight of all. So gather up your coconuts and get ready to ride off with a few friends, because no one can say "Nee" to the weirdest and most pointless game you'll play this week.
Just this week.
The Monty Python. So anyway.
Yeah. So,
What is that there for?
yeah, I'll grab my coconuts. Because you had those dragons, so I was thinking about this.
Okay, all right.
But anyway.
So we're going back to the game. Welcome in, Medicine Hat. We are playing a game called Room, and I honestly believe you will like this a lot. It is puzzle solving.
Nuts.
Yeah.
Doesn't work quite as well with peanuts,
It is
It's little shells.
It is
that fall
puzzle
apart.
solving game.
Yeah, Medicine Hat, I don't know if you came in after we'd mentioned it. Back in 2017, we saw a screening of the Holy Grail, and at the end, John Cleese came out and sort of did like a Q&A and
yeah.
talked a little bit about the movie, and then he even showed like, this is how I would have re-edited the end of the movie or something like that, and showed like, you know, a slightly different cut or something like that. But
yeah, it was a lot of. That was a good time. That was a fun event. We're definitely worth. Got to see John Cleese, which was really kind of neat. Okay, so now we've got to make a way for the star to get even more shaped.
is that the thing we just picked up, or is this something new that looks similar?
This is what we had on the house, or what we had on the other puzzle.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay, and then you put
I
it
don't
in
know if we can take it in its current state.
No, it's this. Okay. And. Okay. Move to the far left.
Well, this should allow us to grab it, right?
No, it's locked down. Versus if it's in the middle.
Oh, that's right. It's right. You're right. It's
This
gotta
has some,
be.
yeah, not as infuriating. There sort of is some of that, but there are some other
For
games.
yourself, I think this puzzle is going to start to
Just
get
showing like a few
infuriating.
other kind of inspired type games.
So the design on the bottom of the box. Oh, hold on. Looks like that.
Yeah, I think some other games that sort of had Myst-like vibes was Rama, Arthur C. Clarke, and Gentry Lee Presents, and Lighthouse. So I think these were some later 90s. Oh, this one says Dynamics on it too. Oh, neat.
Okay, so we can't just leave.
So these were like later 90s type things that I feel were probably more of a Sierra trying to make their own Myst type games because it sold well, and unfortunately, you know, I think part of it also by that time it was Sierra had gotten sold. Original founders had sold off the company, and you know, company
It doesn't fit though.
was becoming more of a follower than a leader.
I was kind of disappointed.
Yeah. Even if the Williams had stayed with Sierra, who knows how things would have ended up with the company. I think eventually over time it would have, with changes in the industry and stuff like that, I think things still would have Sierra probably would have gotten absorbed by some company or another anyway. I mean, what happened with that company? I think they were already a public company, and then when some other company offered to buy them, and then, you know, having to be like, oh, you need to appease the shareholders, and if there's a good enough price, then, you know, you couldn't take that and give it to them, or give it to put it on that thing.
No, it's not shaped right. So something is just still very much off.
Oh, okay. I'm going to guess with that part, then it's
Gotta
something
be
else,
something
part
you
of a puzzle.
Poke into something.
You poked.
Yeah, but how are you getting it out of there? It's got to be something. I always figure it was something that's going to sit on top of it, but I don't know. So, Myst vibes, yes, but I think a little bit, there has more of a story, and there are a lot of fun puzzle boxes going on here too. So, anyway. But also they have a hint system, so if that's interesting. So how was your brownies tasting? And this time with pistachio on top. So like a chopped pistachio, or was it like a pistachio frosting? Regardless, it sounds interesting. So the pistachio nuts chopped with like a frosting, or just dumped on top. I can see it, or mixed in, I guess. Crushed nuts. Crushed nuts, crushed nuts. Get it from the Peanut Man. Anyway. Anyway. That's a very fun thing. Now, the problem I have, Medicine Hat, is it's only me and Chad. So who's going to play that? You know, that is going to get extremely competitive because, well, and also he knows more about Monty Python's. He's going to know more about, like, the references than I ever will. Shit.
It's called it an unfinished thingamajigger there thing.
So I'm just kind of confused, like...
It's nut crushing fun. Made more brownies this time with the pistachios on top.
Yeah, he crushed pistachios on top of a chocolate brownie. I believe it is chocolate.
Are pistachios a common thing, or is it just something you enjoyed so you added it? Oh, that was interesting.
Oh, you mean the fact they change?
The whole thing came... Okay,
But you cannot do anything different with it.
those little things come out.
And then the little dingies on the top, little dingle dangles come out. So
Bunch of dowels,
yeah, so
play horseshoes, ring toss.
hit the
Ring
hand.
toss.
Yeah, I did try to take like this gold plate and put it on top here, and it didn't work. But now it's like working. So
Maybe there's something else we need to find.
maybe, but the only other I told you, showed you the two places, was the
Is there a book on
that
Share.
that book's been read. If you want me to go back, I don't know if we can click on it once we've clicked on it, though. To tell you the truth.
Did it burn up?
So you want to go into something, you gotta click on the ring. So you're looking like deeper into the glass.
Oh, that's where we already were.
And this book has been read. You can,
My mind blisters. I can't. It has the house. It warps everything. Everything, Edward. How could you? What is this? I can't. Mazes within mazes within mazes within mazes within. Oh God, it burns. I have to get it away from him. If I can distract it, feed it something else. If I can buy a moment, I can get out. I can fetch help, catch up. I can.
So
Okay.
the story is unfolding in these books, these little books you're finding in the room, each of the rooms. This is the fountain that I showed you,
Okay,
and
looks like
in
an
order
egg
you
becomes a
gotta,
ladybug.
yeah, you gotta find this, and I think where it is now this puzzle here, but I don't think we can get in this puzzle until we can make a transformer. And get that pagoda to fit in there. So it's like, what? So it goes back to this puzzle here, and like, what have we missed on this little puzzle box?
Can you do anything with those dowels? Can you
You can't
touch
take
any
it.
of
You
those?
can't take it off. The only way you can get it out of
do
there
anything with the dowels?
with what? I've got nothing in my inventory.
No, tap on them.
Oh, okay. Tap on them. Something must fit on the bars.
Oh, okay. So you need to find something.
So maybe it's back in this, because this hasn't.
You
This
go up the stairs.
no, I wish. This still is active over here with slots that have never. This held a knife which is no longer. This was a clam that has a pearl. To get this, we had to like use the knife to pry it open. And then hidden boxes, things you can move. You can try. Go ahead and try. And I'll no, I don't know what I'm gonna do because I'm stuck. That slides that. There was something behind there and I was able to get it out once that slide. So it's like everything like interconnects. So Medicine Hat, how was your week? How is everything? How's your mom, by the way? And AC White Raven, tell us if it was good. The brownies you made. That little button locked things into place. And once I unlocked it, now the buttons are like, so
You're done.
So it might be something on here that we haven't done. That sliding puzzle is done. I took care of that. I mean, this is still interesting why we can still see this. Ah, so you don't know how it is because it's still cooking. Gotcha. Now, do you like pistachio? And I don't think you can slide the... And that little puzzle that we had is now buried back inside the box too. Okay, maybe we could hit the hint and just get one hint where to go. I mean, that's where what it is, you know, for that glowing question mark is your hint. All right, the tier of the pagoda box in the Japanese gallery rose up, and there's some kind of mechanism at its base. Those switches beneath look important, and it's not going to help us. We've already. Your week was busy, but very good. Your mom is okay, still having ankle issues. Just going to take a while to heal. I'm sorry to hear that. Understandable, but I am sorry to hear that. Up to the top of it. Yeah, I don't think you can do anything with that quite yet. Liar. Liar, liar, pants on fire.
Model Spire.
Okay, there's a model spire. Can you take a look at that? Like, go in the inventory and see. Now, do you move it around, see if you can open it or mess with it?
Kind of reminds me of the inventory in King's Quest VII.
Yeah, things are hidden where you least expect it. Okay, this is probably go outside the house and find where it belongs. I bet you that's what it is. So
Okay, well, you look around.
you
You're
right,
more familiar.
you right click, it moves you out of the room. And now Spire,
Still on top of Hyrule Castle.
I think right here.
Oh, that looks.
It looks like a wiener. And now this might open yet another room. Oh gosh, that is so cool. I love it. Okay, we're looking at now. This is the room we will be able to go into next. So now we have 3 rooms open. Move on in.
You take your box.
He did. Okay, we're in an art studio. Why don't you go ahead and click around, look around. You want to see something, click on the ring and it'll be like like a glass. And it'll show you where there are puzzles. Look at that to the, see this right here?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. My week was good too. My company had Good Friday off, which is, I've never had that in any of the companies I worked with for the last, I don't know, 13, 15 years. So it was nice to have Good Friday off. Not yet. Something there, but not yet. We don't have anything in our inventory. So it looks like this is like amber, and
Oh, okay.
it
It's like find the egg.
shows where it goes.
Or did you already find this?
I have not found it.
Okay.
If I had found it, it'd be in our inventory. We have nothing in our inventory. And you're using that ring, right? And looking on that there. You see that right there? Go straight into it. Not that one. That one. Okay, that is the next artifact. It's in there. We haven't activated it though yet. I don't.
Oh, okay, it's saying once you find that, that's
It's going to be there. And that shows us where it goes in the when we find that one. So there's a puzzle in here somewhere. There's a door key. There's that down there on the bottom. There. Now can we pull that? Ah, we found the intricately decorated egg.
okay.
Is there anything to do with it?
Yeah.
Look at that. Fish and all that stuff. Okay, that explains the grooves. That showed that actually being in the Japanese gallery right on the bottom.
Yep.
I wonder if you can. No, you can't. Well, I guess you could. Okay. I just wanted to see if I could. I know that where
it
it
down
goes,
there.
okay? The game was like, listen up, dumbass. That's not where it goes. Okay. That also shows this.
That's one of those little art figurine things.
And there's something over here.
Get two more of them. Some discs. Got Towers of Hanoi.
Shit. Well, that's the only puzzle that hasn't showed up yet. Well. It's good to
So, I
have
guess you could
all y'all
Go put
here.
the egg where it,
Yep, that's the plan, Stanley. I'm gonna go put the egg in the in right here. Yesterday, I was supposed to have. We were supposed to have company for dinner. Yes, they canceled till tonight, and I made a delicious roast.
oh, here, we'll give you one for the other one. So then that one.
An
is-
intricately decorated egg.
Does that one have like
Has the
put
same
it somewhere else?
had the same kind of feet. Yeah, that well, you've got other
that little
options here.
outside or
You've
something.
got here
Yeah. Okay.
or there.
See if any of those work, or maybe it's outside in the garden or something. I think that one's supposed to like go outside, but you know, try that, see what happens.
Anyway, it was the best roast I have made in I think all my life. Really.
Supposed to have been for Christmas.
It was well no okay, so I bought it and I kind of spaced when I bought it, but it actually worked out. I had it in the freezer. I roasted prime boneless rib.
Let's roast Rodney Dangerfield. No.
I roasted like a rib roast, and it was delicious. It's like the best one I've made ever.
Yeah, I think.
Okay,
one
I
of these
think the
things will have
hint is the garden, right? Okay, so let's but now that we've tried this, oh, you see, if I could have done some way like for you guys to try it, because it is so succulent. Reminds me that I got a massive rib roast for like 32. Nice.
Nice.
Yeah, that's a nice price. Seriously, that's a very nice price. Is it sitting in your freezer or did you use it? So this one I bought around Christmas time and it sat in the freezer. And you would think, oh, well, that's gross. But no, it was so good.
I think it's one of those. There it is. Is this a
What?
trading quest?
It's all about eggs. It's Easter. Nice. 75 is insane, but $6.99 a pound for a nice, thick, massive rib roast. Oh yeah. And I tell you what, I put that in the crock pot, and I did like a basting of butter, garlic, thyme, rosemary,
Chicken broth.
salt and pepper, and then on the bottom of it I put a chicken broth and threw in the crock pot for like 10 hours or 8 hours.
hours.
8 hours. Yep. So it's bone in as well.
Oh yeah, Meyer. We haven't seen one of those in nearly 8 years.
Long time.
Yeah.
But it said I just roast mine, cook it rare, and then use it juices for a Yorkshire pudding. Yeah, it actually worked really. It was delicious.
Okay.
Everybody in the family
So
really
that
liked it.
one looks like it's indicating some table or something.
Okay, it doesn't belong there.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Take a
guess
look
it's
at the
not one of
picture.
those. So
It's a bug though.
yeah,
Okay, so maybe it goes in the
nice looking. It looks like some table is showing there.
Oh yeah, okay. So it's probably up in the upper room.
Yeah. The roast we had, it was. I think it helped with having the
Get a little bit.
broth and chicken stock. Because at first I thought it was just the meat and like the fat had rendered or something.
It
It's like,
it
no,
cooked as
but-
medium rare because we don't like rare, but
Oh, okay.
Looked like it was showing a table. Oh, maybe it meant that table. Okay.
a small stone carving.
Okay. Is there something on the table?
Y'all eating Yorkshire puds over there?
I don't even know what Yorkshire pudding is, to tell you the truth. So Kitty's gonna have to
Yeah.
explain, or you're gonna have to.
Maybe it's a Commonwealth thing.
I typically try and reserve my slow cooker for cheap cuts of meat, or when I don't feel like taking as much time to prep and cook. And see, I'm not very good at all that kind of stuff. So to me, it was just an easy way for me to do a nice succulent piece of meat that just cooked all day.
Slow cookers are so nice, especially if
And it
it's
was
like-
it was not on high, it was on low. So yeah.
Oh, okay. Neat.
Oh,
Kitty,
okay.
I did not know that.
No, I did not know that either.
Okay, so that's kind of where you inherited that part of things. So
He was born in England, so especially with the dinners with this side of the family, we'd have a lot of traditional British food.
neat.
Very cool. Okay, so this thing right here, let's take a look at it. It's speaking of nuts, it's a stone
Looks like
carving.
little
It's
acorns.
got like three little prongs.
Okay. Yeah, puds are made from eggs, flour, and milk. Anything else?
And then you use meat gravy. I do. I love making it from scratch when the actual meat, oils, and fats. Yeah, nice.
Making good use of everything.
I always call it, definitely if someone gets a benefit from making something, maybe it's in this room.
I enjoy baking breads, and some of the books I have, I think especially the Apollina Poulain book I have, it talks about, especially if it was talking about, a century or more ago, that people would bake one large loaf for the week and then make use of it. And then by the end of the week, then you have to start getting a little more creative with
the remainder of the bread that's starting to get stale, and so by that point, then you start dipping it into your soups. You make bread puddings, things like that to soften it. Make use of the rest of the bread by that point. So,
Cool. We all always called them gravy bowls as kids.
yeah. Or I could see even having if you had bread and something inside of it. too,
AC,
so.
do they celebrate? Do they celebrate Easter, like Easter egg hunts and stuff like that over there in the UK? Do you want to click on this? It's called oil painting. You can read it if you want. Save my voice. Oh, I gotta
Looking a
show
little
you.
burnt.
Yeah, you gotta move the opener.
Sure, it's not burnt. Oh, okay.
Oh, it's burnt, all right. But for kids.
Yeah, I mean, same here.
So same here, but do they do like a big fancy Easter dinner for families and stuff? Okay, there you go.
Where are you hiding, Abigail? You've turned the house into a maze. It must still be here. I can feel it everywhere and nowhere at once. Why would you betray me when we were so close?
We are so close.
When we are so close. I want only to share this with you, to restore your family status and pride. Why do you fight me? You are still here. I can taste you. I will rip this house out from under you with my bare hands if I must. I tear through your sculptures. Imagine I am tearing out your heart. You shan't stop me, Abigail.
Look at the teeth and the devil's son or whatever.